with generative AI and the proliferation of cheap ways to fabricate reality, we all are concerned about the fact that seeing isn't really believing anymore. My name is Wasim Khaled, and I am CEO and co-founder of Blackbird.AI. We help organizations and governments around the world understand the information ecosystem specific to narrative risks. Today, when we talk about narrative risk, we're talking about harm, and we are talking about financial, operational, and reputational harm specifically. In the same way that ad click farms used to game advertising engines, and if you're not familiar with this, there are entire warehouses around the world filled with like tens of thousands of mobile devices that are designed to game advertising system. You could launch a 20-country campaign and do it successfully, where adversaries can mix deepfakes, compromised accounts, fabricated accounts, fabricated memos. You can do targeted, automated community seeding of narratives to shape price, policy, and reputation. So I would just say you can also expect narrative attacks to pair with cyber attack events to magnify impacts. So it's going to be noisy, it's going to be messy. They're going to get better and more realistic with each new model that comes out. And more people will have access to the tradecraft. There's no way around that. All you can really do is you can deploy, frankly, AI technologies like Blackbird that can prevent that from becoming a really bad problem. And this is an analogy I would make is like nuclear missiles came out and you had to come up with anti-nuclear missiles to take them down should they come your way. Cybersecurity, we all became networked and digitized. Cyber hackers figured out how to exfiltrate personal information, credit card, IP information. You had to come up with firewalls. A whole multi-billion-dollar cybersecurity industry spawned around protecting the perimeter of those corporations. And so without technology to also protect that perimeter, the perception layer, narrative attacks, narrative manipulation, sitting ducks, right? Meaning like you're an easy target for these organizations. So what do we want to do? We want to make it less easy, make it more expensive, make it more difficult for those threat actors to actually get into your employees' heads, your consumers' heads with their narrative and make sure that you can drive yours and measure yours. I believe narrative attacks and narrative intelligence is something that every Global 2000 organization and government really has to think about in today's day and age. So again, we are Blackbird.AI. We're here to help. Thanks for watching.